The Whiskey Brothers podcast is intended for an adult listening audience. If you find yourself easily offended, I guarantee this will do it.
They don't want no problems. Nah.
From Houston, Texas, the Whiskey Brothers podcast starts now.
Welcome to the Whiskey Brothers podcast, everybody. We are in our 755th episode. Paul Oddo joining the cast along with Trey Tutson and Rob Mungle, who are always here. Paul, you are with me.
I think this is on, isn't it?
Now. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah, there we go.
You were with me in Europe while this episode is coming out in the States.
And we had a great time.
Fantastic, isn't it?
So much fun. Great shows. Can you believe I had that 8-way with those girls?
God, it was so well done. And I thought it was just going to be 6.
It's amazing. There's 2 other girls showed up.
Just out of nowhere.
Right. You got to jump on it when the iron's hot.
Amazing. And we split them down the middle.
Yeah.
It was like he just took all 8. But we had a fantastic time. So welcome back in the past to the podcast we're taping in the future.
Happy to be here.
Raise a bit of a glass. The vaultsoflore.com studios.
Vaults of
Lore.
Paul,
Don't toast over the thing.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
You're a writer, Paul.
I am.
You have crafted worlds.
I have, yes.
We one of our sponsors right now is a fantasy novel in the works.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
What is it?
Vaults of Lore.
Vaults of Lore.
Okay. I'd like to know more about that. That sounds fun. I guess I can go to vaultsoflore.com.
Yeah, see how that works. Welcome aboard, buddy. We have stuff to talk about. You and Trey, when last we left, were in the midst of conversation. Trey has grown up a lot in the last. That was a month ago, Paul.
Oh yeah.
Whenever you were here last.
Yeah.
What has happened?
He has grown. He has been places.
He went to El Paso.
He is not the same person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never asked. Did you go to Chico Taco?
No, but we went to. We went to L&J Cafe and we went to Kiki's Mexican restaurant, which is, if you're in El Paso, fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
I don't even fuck with Mexican food.
Really?
Yeah, I've heard a lot of bad things about them. So
Wait, what?
No, I'm kidding. No, but I wasn't really a fan of it, and went out there.
Rob, he slid
'cause I
that
had
plate
to.
back. It looked like it had been washed.
It was so fucking good.
What did you have?
I just had some red enchiladas.
Red enchiladas. So enchiladas
I
with
guess.
red sauce.
I
Yeah.
feel like we derailed your story of personal growth with Mexican.
You don't understand how different that was from the Trey eating habit before we went to El Paso.
Yeah. This is all connected.
Mexican food? I don't believe in Mexican food.
Oh, yeah.
How educated is your tongue, Paul? I just want to know.
Well, I've met some ladies.
You eat a lot of brisket. You've had a lot of different briskets.
Oh, yeah, I have. Yeah.
You got brisket mouth.
I thought you were asking if I still did the ABCs or if I knew what I was doing.
I try to watch the tits. They'll tell you a lot.
It's so true. It is so true.
So what's been going on with you, Trey?
Wait, what? I don't even know what the fuck to tell him. I forgot. This is the first time somebody's asking what's going on with you, and I actually got shit going on. So I'm trying to weed through it.
Where did you and Paul leave your conversation last? It was
you still was going to Allen.
Yeah.
That's where we last left.
For sure, yeah.
To where?
My shrink in New York. Yeah.
Oh, that's you guys.
It's like a
comics go
It's like
to
a
him.
comic shrink.
Yeah.
He specializes in comedians.
That's right. Yeah, we're talking
I like him very much. He's no nonsense. Which is good. And he knows all the shorthand and the fucking neurotic bullshit that we deal with. So it's easy to cut to the chase when you're talking about stuff.
All the same problems. It's like it's like dealing with single moms.
Very much so.
Or something.
Yeah,
Yes.
and he'll just I can bring up problems with my manager and shit, and he's like, you got to ride those guys. You got to stay on them. They're like little kids, like that type of thing. He's just he just knows from dealing with so many other people
Right.
that have been in my shoes, and many people have gone through his office and are very, very successful.
And some of you share the same agent, so the advice is easy. You're starting to paint a picture of this guy.
Super useful. Very useful. But did you have some
Well, I was asked because you was saying you was talking to him.
Yeah.
And you started, what other shit he was doing? When you meditating? You pick that up.
All those things you were doing to better yourself that are foreign to Trey.
A lot of goofy shit you was doing.
I meditate. I do a fucking psychotic amount of push-ups in the morning. I take ice-cold showers. And
Wait, what?
I do.
Why?
What are you doing?
Just to stay present.
That's a thing right now. You're not the only person I've heard this from recently on a cold shower regimen.
I finish them on cold. I do.
So
a
that's
hot shower, and then I just go for like a minute or so at the end.
Oh, that's the best.
It's good because I'm just like crazy awake after that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I've tried this.
Yeah, it's good if you have a hard time like staying in the present, which is the problem I've had. Is like that meditation, mushrooms, therapy, fucking, all that shit is all just like trying to keep me focused on being right here, right now.
Trey went vegan and he's trying to keep his polygamous situation alive. That's all he's got
That's a
going
hell
on.
of a
Yeah.
story.
That yeah, yo look
swing
goofy
that
ass.
bat at you.
I'm gonna try to be a better man than you.
I like that log line.
Strong, doing deep breaths in the
Yeah.
cold shower.
100% watch
Yeah.
that show, wouldn't you?
Yeah. He went vegan to keep his polygamous lifestyle.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got you
I'm
before
intrigued.
Elevator pitch before the elevator doors shut pitch,
yeah, you're
bitch.
like,
I am.
"Excuse me."
yeah.
Tell me about this man.
I get back off on my floor.
So I went vegan to save my wife's life.
Okay.
It's like a partnership thing because like I tell them, she's
Let me sum up. She's fat. He's trying to save her.
Got it.
No,
There you go.
So it
not
wasn't
fat.
like she wasn't like being held
His words.
ransom.
His
and-
words.
I do not say she's fat.
If you don't go vegan by 5 p.m. Sunday.
Just
I
like
do-
puts the ribs down. God damn it.
I do not say she's fat. I just say I pay for a lot of gym memberships.
skins in a trash bag in the park.
Damn it. Die Hard 7. Really went off the rails.
Shit.
So
Fried
she's
chicken cayenne, motherfucker.
So she's
Samuel
not-
Jackson. I gotta eat one more goddamn cucumber.
we gotta
Simon
save his
says
wife.
you will go to have a cucumber on the corner for the legs.
I don't want to eat no more damn cucumbers. These motherfucking cucumbers out my motherfucking basket.
She's not fat. Get off the phone.
Very good, Mr. McLean. No, I'm an exceptional vegan.
So she's not as healthy as she
Just
would
dump
like
trucks
to be.
of pumpkins coming out of it. All right, there we go.
Yes, Paul. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Sadly.
Yeah. So how's that treating you? You seem tired?
Dog, you nailed it.
Yeah.
I'm fucking exhausted.
You haven't had
I'm
any protein
exhausted.
in.
That too. I guess I ain't taking care of myself on eating.
It's
This shit
yeah.
is not as fun as I thought it was gonna be.
I hope you didn't think it was gonna be fun.
Not the veganism, the polygamy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, the vegan shit, that's easy. I'm crushing that shit. That ain't nothing. Mine is eating that shit in El Paso, which I had to do because
Sure.
I'm not a vegan for the right reasons. So you
Nobody
know,
is.
so I don't give a fuck about a Mexican. But I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna experiment. But
Yeah.
my primary shit is just the vegan. I'm crushing that shit,
Well,
nailing
let's
it.
cut to what anybody gives a shit about and talk about the polygamy.
Because it's not. as,
People have been following your story.
veganism ain't hard.
Right. So, but people have been following your relationship story now for several weeks as this has
Yeah.
progressed, and I personally have seen what is affectionately called the circle.
Okay, can I get a recap on what's going on?
Yeah. So Trey has a wife.
Okay.
Okay. Trey also had a girlfriend.
All right.
Trey, in a move unheard of ever in the history of ever, sat down with the two of them and said, "Y'all figure this out."
Like fucking Picasso.
Yeah, I did. Pretty much.
He said, "Hey, wife, my girlfriend loves me as much as you do. I don't know what to do with this information.
Well.
So, wife, I think we should move the girlfriend in." And the wife went, "Well, okay."
Damn.
It's sometimes you don't. Sometimes people are just afraid to ask the question.
That's the
Paul.
I never heard this shit played back to me
That's
like
how I got
this.
to drive a tank.
That's great. That's how you
Just
you
to
gotta-
step outside of this sounds insane.
Does it not?
Sounds crazy.
So you understand when you walk in my house once or twice a week and you go, "Slade, what do I do?" I
You
legitimately
have
do
no
not know.
answers for me, so you ain't just blowing me off.
I've never been this far in the game.
You're in
this
uncharted waters.
This is absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah.
No one's mapped this.
What a
You
time.
know, this is on the map in the old days with dragons be here.
Here be dragons.
God damn.
It is true.
Yeah.
What a time in my life to find out Slade is actually sincere.
But dragons hoard gold.
Trey, I don't know. I don't have answers.
So you go for the gold, man.
Yeah.
You went for big air and you caught it. So
Okay, this was
I can
wild.
tell you how to deal with two girls in a night. I
Yep.
cannot tell you past that.
Oh yeah.
It did not seem wild to me. This seemed very normal
Hey, man,
in my head.
I get it.
I was like, yeah, this is fine. This is great. And I figured other people would be like, yeah.
Yeah, so
okay.
here's what's transpired. It got really good, and then it got really bad.
Yes.
and now it's back good. So
It's
it was
back.
when last we left. Here's how quickly it changed. Here's how quickly it changes. On Sunday, we were driving back from El Paso. This is Tuesday.
Yes.
On Sunday, it was over. In fact, he was going to have to take a nap in the car because he was so brain tired from dealing with phone calls and Skype and FaceTime and back and forth. And what he decided that he needed to be in a one-person relationship and that this wasn't going to work. And then today, the circle is stronger than ever, Paul.
Yeah. And it's not me. They missed each other.
This was going to be my follow-up question. Are they into each other?
Yeah, but they've become like friends.
Not lovers.
No, just friends.
You might be in a bad situation.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Nah.
I don't know. That's like, we'll see.
That's what friends are for.
Why is that a bad situation?
Well,
Keep trying.
in my mind,
Keep smiling.
doing that, you would have to have the balance
No,
of
and you
three
will
people into
always
each other
follow
Yeah.
me.
that are like that
Yeah.
sexually.
Yeah.
And that's not what you've got, though, right?
No, yeah, I got that too.
They're into each other
Yes.
sexually.
No, not sexually.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, you're saying.
I feel like in order to do it like in a way that would be balanced and not spin out of control eventually.
Here's the thing. I don't think they would fuck each other alone.
Yes. And I think that that's not necessarily game over.
Yeah.
But you could have it together with them and
If they was into
and enable them to like experiment with that shit.
I could convince them of that.
And it
You just, I'm not even
I can
lying.
talk them into
I'm
that.
not even lying. I can literally, because they're like two dogs. I could just come in
That's not gonna
and
work
just
well.
throw a two-sided dildo in the middle of the living room. Be like, hey, y'all figure it out. And then I can just go in the room. They'll figure it out.
Sure. I mean, yeah.
Sit there,
I don't think you understand
they'll
what
size it up.
I don't think you understand what doggy style is.
Can we pull up that video?
Fuck that. We're
might have-
rebooting it.
We might have some phrasing issues.
Why are you smacking her ass with a newspaper? What?
It's doggy style. I don't think so.
Who's a good bitch?
Rubbing her nose
a
in the
good
wet
bitch?
spot.
That's a good bitch.
Well, that's crazy, man. What a wild situation. And so that's why you're asking more about therapy? It makes sense.
All right, guys, we got to take a break. Trey,
Going to therapy. They ain't got no answers for me for real.
Yeah,
no, the wisest
keep
people I
digging.
know don't. We're joined by Paul Oddo. You were online, social media. Is it just at Paul Oddo?
At Paul Oddo, yeah, at almost all the forms of social media.
Easy
Two
enough
D's
to
or
find.
two T's?
Two D's. ODDO. Paul, if you want to follow along with the adventures, there will be plenty of video and photos, I'm sure, with Mr. Oddo and Sam Damaris and Julie Scoggins and myself out in Europe. If you happen to be listening from one of those bases that we've been to before, check with your MWR department and see about the schedule because we are on our way back out there to Turkey, Poland, Kosovo.
Norway.
Where else are we going? Norway, Germany, and the Netherlands, I
Yeah.
believe. Belgium's off the table, but we got some time in Germany.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah, lots of fun to come. We're going to be right back. Paul Oddo and Trey Tutson and Rob Mungo and myself in a minute.
Are you new to the Whiskey Brothers? Then check out the legendary first 400 episodes. Access the archives at praisewhiskey.com.
Welcome back to the Whiskey Brothers podcast. One of the things we encourage you to do is drunk dial us. I know it's been a minute since I played one. 323-510-SHOT is the phone number. 323-510-7468.
Man.
I mean, all you got to do is say the word. I went 323-510.
I didn't hit a pause. I didn't hit a pause.
I did it twice now. It's the fans heard it. You got to step up. That circle's got you slipping.
No, it doesn't. No, don't. Let's not.
This
do that.
is just get your game, pimp. Here we go.
What's happening, fellas? Adam Harmon calling. How are you? I was
what's up,
out
Adam?
drinking some George Dickel rye with my coworkers,
Nice.
and thought I should give you guys a shout since I rarely get this good of a drunk tide on. So I just wanted to say hey and shoot me some more ideas, you guys. I want to get a couple more of them, noir novel drawings out for y'all.
Oh,
Adam does all the art.
Let me know what would be cool, and I'll talk with you later. Have a good one.
Perfect. Adam, thanks for the call. Adam's a fantastic artist. We get Twitter updates from him sometimes. He'll grab a piece of the podcast.
Yeah.
Did he do Big Be Small?
Yes, 100%. Yeah, that's Adam.
Adam.
So yeah, we will try to come up with. I know there's some pastoral stuff coming up on an episode or two. I think next week.
I'm a bear.
That's don't ruin it.
And so Adam's called in before?
Yeah. So Adam's I don't know that he's called him before, but he has left. He sent us multiple messages.
Just out there getting drunk with his coworkers at the daycare.
Solid dude, man. Anyway, you can be part of the show. 323-510-7468, the phone number. You can also join our Patreon. We are live from the vaultsoflore.com studio.
Fuck, I missed it now. We're fucking up left
What's
and right
wrong,
here, man.
guys? Step up,
Goddamn.
Rob. Where are we broadcasting from? Live from
The Vaults of Lore Studios.com.
Studios.com.
Yes.
Yeah, do check that out. That is fantastic stuff Mike's doing over there. If you're into the fantasy world, Paul Oddo is joining us. We have been breaking down young Trey Tutson's situation. I believe that's going to require more whiskey. If someone will pass me that bottle. Speaking of whiskey, send some, will ya? We are almost out.
What a...
I know, problem to have. Or were you going to say what a friend we have in Jesus? It could have gone either way.
All that. I'm still just trying to process Trey's situation.
It's not as bad as.
Hey, I'm not saying it's
I will say this. Every white friend I've had said shit like, "Oh man, you're living like a biblical king."
Thank you.
And all my black friends have left bitter responses like, "Enjoy that shit now because it ain't gonna last." Like they'll say that as I'm fucking walking off or as they're departing.
White people,
y'all are optimistic.
We're optimistic about situations like. Look, it's because no one it's like I think you are in most things. To the first objection is where the idea holds up. Until the first objection. I don't think that most people, particularly white people, tend to dream of, I'd just be great to live in a house with multiple wives and I just blah, blah, blah. You have not thought that through at all. The practical application of that,
That's
it crumbles.
Fantasy, man. It doesn't put in the reality of the
that Rube Goldberg machine the marble cracks when you flick it.
Well, there's also like a guy thing where you're like, you can't see past the end of your orgasm.
Right.
You know, and
which is where it is. That's when I think you should make the decision.
I don't like
in the 5 minutes.
So everybody's basically like Dr. Manhattan.
In a lot of ways. Orgasm.
One point in time.
Yeah.
That's when you should have to vote.
But Paul,
you should right after you come. You are never more clear-headed than in the 5 minutes post.
Holy shit!
That's why we went in the booth.
That's right.
And
how do you do it?
I've decided very soberly every time.
You are never more.
No,
I think wedding vows should happen right after an orgasm. You should consummate the marriage before you say I do.
Of course.
That would ruin the housing industry.
You have 3 minutes.
True.
Yeah.
I was actually talking to somebody not long ago about like the situation that you're in right now, which is like everybody now is super progressive about every single walk of life and whatever sexual
whatever you want to do,
whatever you got to do,
everything's good.
But I was bringing up the point exactly as yours. Like, so what happens if I got 2 girlfriends?
Yeah,
and everybody's in on it. I still feel like it would be awkward showing up at parties and stuff.
Yes.
And I feel like girls would specifically be the ones to have the problem with it. They would see this and they'd be like, well, everybody's in and everybody seems happy, but I still don't fucking like it.
So 100%. All sex, what gender is that?
Yeah. Exactly.
I hit my brother up and was like, yo, bro, your girl in town? Why don't we just go on a date or whatever? We all go hang out.
Are you trying to get my girl?
Yeah. And I go, hey, man, I was like, look, I gotta bring D with us, and he was like, "Nah, player, you ain't doing none of that shit." Cause his girl, he knew if I'd have brought both of them, his girl would have been looking at him like, "So this is what y'all daddy raised?" Like she'd have been giving him that kind of
weird.
shit.
You could go out as a single friend with Trey's relationship and still not be an odd numbered wheel,
right? Which is great.
You're gonna turn if this normalizes, we're gonna be using phrases like fourth wheel, and it's just not gonna be.
It's not gonna make sense at all.
The fourth wheel.
I've said this. No,
I sound important, but I'm not.
Yeah.
It's
almost said this shit.
It's a tricycle.
Fourth wheel.
Yeah,
it's a funny fucking thing too.
Wait, is there some Taco Bell infringement there on fourth wheel?
That's great.
I just realized getting two two girlfriends or two gets you out of a lot of unnecessary social events.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, don't bring that to the wedding. Okay.
Right.
I can't come to your daughter's, your sister's fucking kid's birthday.
Giggle every time they say +1.
Oh,
just
look here.
But then you're looking in this fucking you're living in this inverted reality where you're like, I just got to get out of the house. We got to go somewhere.
Something. No one lets us go anywhere
Yeah,
anymore.
we can't go
we
nowhere.
go home.
Yeah.
It's just going to be this weird thing.
It's
I've
us
done.
again. Yeah. Nah,
I can't hide in the bathroom all day.
Are you okay, Johnny? Yeah.
It's cool.
What are you doing in there? I'm not jacking off.
Acapado. Making decisions.
It's very intense, but everybody's got different, I don't know, feelings about what is normal. Some people think it's not gay to do certain, like the video that you were looking at. Like there's like
the
all these
singer
different.
Tank.
Wait,
I don't
who?
even know
I'm so happy you said singer.
Well, I thought he was a rapper.
Because this motherfucker goes rapper Tank, and I was like, I'm sick of white people doing this. Every black performer is not a rapper.
Okay, yeah, okay.
No, I had a white girl that did this at a fucking thing.
Oh, okay.
Well, just add her to your harem.
Every white person who performs is not a cracker. So listen.
I got it. I'm not saying that,
We don't
but
all
damn.
dance like this.
You can split us up.
Yeah, okay. Well, the singer, Tank, appearing on a podcast,
Okay.
made the accusation. I could pull it up, but it's unnecessary. But he made the statement that if you suck 2 dicks, it doesn't make you gay.
It's
You suck
No, well, that's
Well,
true.
like,
If you
he
suck
said
one dick, it makes you gay.
if you suck 2 at once. That's pretty gay.
Super
That's
gay.
pretty gay.
Pretty gay.
Yeah.
That's fast track.
But his point was that, just because you try it doesn't make you gay. And you try it again to be sure.
and this was not a white person, correct?
This is a
Just
black
to back
dude.
up to what we're talking about
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
All right, so that doesn't annoy you? But the other thing does?
It does, but I know I've said that shit. I've said shit like that before to people. Like,
Right.
yeah, bro, you got if you tried a couple times,
Yeah.
I know.
I feel like it doesn't make you gay until you tell someone.
That's exactly when it's gay.
Yeah. And it's like if you do anything you do alone doesn't, it's like, I don't know. I fucking just don't say anything to anybody.
Being gay isn't a trial thing.
Right.
It's like you either want to suck dick or you don't.
Don't.
Sure.
You can lie to yourself. Oh, I'm just trying.
Right.
No.
So I'm
what
just-
are you trying
I'm
to
just
do?
saying
You're
that-
trying to
Well, there's
suck
different
dick.
forms
If
of
it-
it because there's what we perceive you to be and what you are.
Right, but
That's different.
I'm assuming
you are gay.
If there's
You're sucking a dick.
if there's a process that has happened chemically in your body that has made its way up, whatever the chemical processing or delivery mechanisms are, and it gets to your brain, and your brain formulates the thought, I want to try to suck a dick. I assume you have the gene.
Sure.
That's I just go ahead and
Yeah.
go, you must have the gene because that's what makes you want to suck a dick.
So
right?
are we
That's what
describing
makes you-
cues right now?
Here, let me tell you.
I don't know.
So let me tell
I-
you something that happened to me. I was at some friend's place, and this guy and his boyfriend were there. They had all these friends over. I'd never met this couple before, and the one guy's very flamboyantly gay, and the boyfriend, the other one, was just Anderson Cooper gay. You'd be
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah. Shepard Smith.
Wouldn't guess.
Right. Yeah.
So we're just shooting the shit. We're all eating fucking dinner or whatever. And
Was it hummus? It was hummus.
There was hummus around.
Yeah, okay.
This
Definitely
was
avocado
this
toast.
was in Brooklyn. I think that might have been airdropped into. But anyway,
It just hummus respawns on the table.
yeah. So somehow it came up about dating apps and dating shit, and I'm recently single as of the past year or so, and I was talking to him about doing Tinder and all that bullshit. And I talked to the one guy, the straight acting gay fella, and was
Anderson Cooper.
and I said, yeah, well, I've been doing these dating apps, but I'm sure it's different in the gay community, the apps and the online dating shit. And he's like, hang on, I'm not gay. And I go, huh? and I looked at his boyfriend, and I was like, you're dating that guy? And he's like, yeah, but that's the first guy I've ever dated. And I was like, well, we're going to put a pin in this and come back to it.
So
and
what
then
is-
I had no idea, but I just was just dumbfounded. And then 2 weeks later, we had the same group of people kind of at the similar circumstances. And the guy was there with his boyfriend, and they were having fun. And something came up they had put this chick's Bumble on the big screen, and the whole group was, choosing people, dehumanizing people, and the fucking just swiping through.
Yeah.
And the fucking Anderson Cooper gay guy was standing next to me with a beer. He's like, "That you wouldn't date that guy?" I was like. and I had to turn to him with my full body and say no. because I'm not gay. You're gay. And I felt like it was, it was the weirdest reality. I was like, this is what fucking like young white women are doing to reality.
Yes, bro.
They're fracturing people's understandings of what is
you're
what.
not. He was dating the guy, right?
Yeah.
But you're not gay till you break up with a guy. That's when you're like, oh, I broke up with a guy. I guess I'm gay.
My mind is scrambled.
It was just one of those.
I mean,
and still, I'm like, I don't know what that is.
I can almost understand what he's saying. The guy, I don't know. I'm understanding his mentality.
Hang up and listen.
His thought mentality. His thought mentality is, I'm not a member of what society considers gay. It's not this gay pride rally. It's not all this stuff that is my boyfriend, who I'm not gay with, but suck his dick, is very what society says a gay person is. I'm Anderson Cooper gay. I can like walk among you people and not be gay. I think that's what he's trying to.
I'm not one to say that liberalism is a mental disorder. Because I consider myself liberal.
Right, I was going to say, you're
this
very
kind
liberal.
of thinking is like, this is over the fucking weird edge where you're just like, well, there's no up or down or left or right.
Right, we're through the rabbit hole.
How do we find a direction in this new reality?
What is
Look, I want to suck this guy's dick.
Great.
I'm not gay.
You are to me and everyone else.
You know what? Don't tell me my reality.
Nah, bro, you gotta pick a label. Then you can't just be floating around here.
Well, that's what's so strange.
You know
about
what? No, put a label on quinoa.
Find some shit to be.
It's gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as grains,
Yeah.
It's the gayest of the grays.
Yeah.
Ancient.
I guarantee, because I've met guys like that.
That's what the
I've known
Q
guys
stands
who-
for, Rob.
No, I'm not gay, but I'm not in the gay community. I suck dicks,
Right.
but I'm not in the gay community. And these are the guys that are married, with wives and kids and shit. But they, the pastors who
Okay,
fucking
well, say
suck
that.
dick.
Say you out of the community gay. Is that wrong?
I don't.
It's
what bathroom
and I'm not
do you
trying
use?
to I'm not
me out.
justifying it. I'm just telling you that's the way they think.
I'm gonna just piss in my hand.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not saying that it's right or wrong.
I don't think it's right or wrong
Yeah,
either.
I'm
It's
just
just
saying
we're
the way
trying to
they
fucking
think.
write a dictionary entry here, and we need to figure out like what means what.
Yeah.
We did
Did
such
you
a
ask
good,
him what is?
we did such a
what
good
he- what he
job with the
calls
word.
himself?
It was just that I didn't know.
I would have asked him. Well, what do you fucking
Do you like?
call yourself?
It was just. It felt like such a long conversation that we're not going to get to an answer with. I was just like,
Yeah.
I'm telling you what I am. That's all I can cover. This is, it was just I'm not.
And I'm
Yeah.
fine with the ambiguity of it all. It's just that we should have, because we live in a world where we use words to describe things.
That's the issue.
That there should be words to describe all things.
Or why?
Oh,
Okay, here's my label. I'm a straight guy who sucks dick. That's my label.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
so number
Yeah.
27.
I'm sure he didn't say,
That-
look,
yeah,
Paul, I just want to say that, if you want to go not be gay together in a bathhouse or something.
That kind of thing.
Yeah, we could fucking do that.
Well, here's the weird thing, because I was also talking to like a bartend, and a lot of the waiters are gay, and we're just chatting, dating and shit. And I told this dude that I broke up. Well, I separated with these two girls and another one, whatever. And he's like, "Hell, there's your problem. You keep dating girls." It's like, dude, I wish I had the ability to flip the switch. To be honest,
I can't, but I can't.
I truly do. It'd
I
be
was
nice
born
to have
this
the
way.
option. Yeah, dude. I remember staring at I was furious at a girl, one of the girls I was with, and I was just in the subway one time, and I was like, all right, and I just crossed my arms and looked at some guy who was like conventionally attractive. It's like, what am I missing? And I really gave it an honest, like, I'm gonna try to be this for a second. And I just stared. I was like, he's tall, he's got nice hair.
You
this
envision
guy's
an entire
symmetrical.
life together.
I was like, he seems to be in shape. He
Right.
looks like he's got his fucking life together. And I'm just like, goddamn fucking hairy legs and
Yeah, he's
stupid, gross
You can't
looking
open your
dumb
apartment
face.
door to that.
It's like I just couldn't picture it.
No.
Like, and it wasn't for lack of giving it a shot.
But it had those dumb fuzzy legs up on the coffee
like, yeah,
table.
yeah, give me
You
a
just right out the window.
yeah,
Yeah.
I can't. Yeah,
Big ass
fuck
feet.
that.
we gotta
Gross.
get out of here. At Paul Oddo, follow him, ODDO after the Paul, on all social media. Trey Tutson and Rob Mogul with me as always. Paul, I'm enjoying our time in Europe. Thank you as always for stopping by the podcast. You're going to be on Friday's episode as well, I heard.
Fantastic.
So, yeah,
We're
good
going to have great things to say then, too.
stuff. We'll be right back. Well, not right back. Soon. Whatever.
Time's a flat, sir.
They don't want no problems. Nah.
Music provided by Scarface. Thank you for listening to yet another excellent episode of the Whiskey Brothers Podcast, the world's funniest podcast ever. The Whiskey Brothers Podcast was made in America by Americans, mostly in and around the Houston area. All content copyright the Whiskey Brothers. This concludes our broadcast day. Goodbye.